this is Ken Kraetzer for CVSI Services, Talking Business, our interview series, talk with leaders in the field of digital marketing, banking, insurance, customer service, and business education, all to highlight the great work of our team in Harrison, New York at CVSI. We provide insurance-based benefits to the credit card and payments industry. And today we're glad to have a good friend on our show today, and that is Vincent Pietrafesa, who is the Vice President, Business to Business Products and Partners at Stirista, a fast-growing agency based in San Antonio, Texas. And Vincent works out of the New York office, fellow board member of the Direct Marketing Club of New York. Vincent, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ken. Always a pleasure catching up with you. And I just got back from San Antonio, actually.
That's great. Now, what was it like to go visit the home office and be actually able to see people, as in person? What was that like for you? And just traveling, just making a business trip, flying somewhere?
Yeah, it was. The lines are a little shorter than they used to be. I felt like I got through the airport quickly. It's the mask on the whole time. So, 4 hours, you're eating something, put it down, but they're really enforcing that, which makes sense. So that's the only kind of thing that's different. But it was so great seeing people in person. Stirista's grown so much in the 2 years. I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary there. In the 2 years that I've been there, and I work with such amazing people who make me look good and make my job easier, that it was just so nice to finally see them and say, oh, it's so nice that you're so-and-so. It's so great to see you. I just saw you on Zoom calls. You're taller than I thought. That's crazy. So it's just good. We had kind of a little bit of a retreat, if you will. Some of the leaders, if you will, of Stirista meeting together, discussing the first 6 months, talking 6 months and beyond. But it was great to see people in person. Very good. And Vincent, you've got mentioned you've got some new capability at Stirista, Access BTB. Tell us a little bit about some of the new things, some of the new services, and your new division at Stirista. It's Access BTB. I'm very proud of it. It was one of the things that when I first took the job here and came on board, it was kind of the vision that the company had. So Access BTB is strictly our B2B marketing technology and solutions division. If you visited Stirista.com before, there's a variety of solutions that we have, right? So you'd go to our site and you would see consumer data, trigger data as far as new moms, new movers, political data, B2B. So Stirista.com is actually being revamped as well, but we separated that and just created a website designed for the B2B marketer in mind. He or she or whatever company comes there, it's just the solutions they care about. It's our identity graph. It's our B2B data. It's our B2B marketing services. And it's also what we're really proud of is our DX platform, our demand exchange platform, which is launching this month. Hey, I want to have you just focus on a topic you brought up, identity graphs. I know you did a webinar recently on that subject, but that's a new term, I think, for a lot of us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what an identity graph is and some of the uses that you're preparing them for your clients? Yeah, the identity graph, identity resolution, it's kind of like this year's big data was years ago, and even account-based marketing, right? All those terms. And we've done a few seminars recently, with the Direct Marketing Club in New York, with the Hudson Valley Direct Marketing Association, my old stomping grounds there in Westchester County, just like you. So identity resolution, identity graph is being able to reach an individual in a variety of different ways. It's being able to understand Ken Kraetzer in a variety of different ways based on some of the devices you have at home, some of the firmographic information we have on you, understanding you as your business persona, your consumer persona, and also being able to target you with relevant advertising that makes sense to you, but in a variety of different ways. So it's really understanding the individual, the identity, more fully, if you will.
Very good. And Vincent, you've got a terrific podcast called The Marketing Stir that you are a co-host on, and you are drawing big numbers to your podcast. And what's interesting, you have it posted on your website for Stirista, and it's drawing a lot of traffic for you. Tell us a little bit about some of the recent guests on your podcast and where people can find it to listen in.
The Marketing Stir podcast, we created that last March, Ken. We were like, hey, let's put our marketing department to great use. Back in March, some of the campaign work stalled, as one would imagine. We work with a lot of major brands, so they were just kind of trying to figure out the landscape, what to do. This is March 2020 we're talking about. We started this podcast. Now it's gone to 48,000 listeners each episode listening to it. And the bulk of that are coming from people coming to our website and listening to the episodes. We're a marketing company, right? We're not going to allow, iTunes is great and Spotify, but most people come to our site, themarketingstir.com. And it's been a blast getting to talk to C-level executives from companies that I love, respect, and use, right? We just had the chief marketing officer of Nissan. Nissan was my first car that I ever bought. It's Nissan. It's big stuff that we have on. We had the chief marketing officer of Pearl Vision. We had someone from Amazon on, but we also have these other companies that are emerging through these times. Orion Innovation, Amelia. We had SAP. It's been so fun. Some of our own customers as well we have on. We actually have clients who want to do business with us, and they're saying, can I be on the podcast? Like, this is crazy. We love it. Of course you can be on the podcast. So it's been really fun.
Very good. Now that's terrific to hear. I think we're all trying to figure out how to effectively communicate using different media channels that are available and get the story of our companies and our clients out in new ways using social media. Vincent, tell us a little bit, maybe a thought about how do you see your clients doing as the economy hopefully is reopening, and we're looking forward to a busy travel season over the summer, and restaurants and even retail is starting to pick up. We're starting to see better numbers there. How are your clients doing as they reopen? Hopefully we move out of this COVID pandemic.
Yeah, for me, it's I work mainly with a lot of our B2B clients, based on my division. And I'm excited where B2B really didn't stop, right? People still need it. In some cases, a lot of the B2B clients that I work with, they focus on digital transformation. They were growing. And I'm just excited to show them this new division and mainly this DX platform. I'd love to talk about that for a second. The DX platform allows companies to utilize a SaaS model solution where you can go right in, you can upload your current B2B data, you can enrich it, you can enhance it, because B2B is not like B2C. A lot of times people's jobs change, so you need to update that, keep that data fresh. So you're able to enrich that with Stirista data. You're also able to utilize the platform to get new contacts or look up specific companies that you want to target. So you can do that right through the platform. If you want to target companies in SIC code 80, you can do that, and you can put that right into our platform and start utilizing that for your own marketing purposes. So I'm really excited about that. I'm doing a webinar on that later today for Stirista, which will be available on demand. But I think some of our clients, our retail clients, our brands, we are doing a lot of, hey, we're open now. Did you know that we're open now? Emails, come on back emails. That is really helping us. Some of the clients we work with where some of the franchises, we're open in your area, 100%, come on back in. So It's nice to see. And just in person, me being a consumer walking around New York City, all these amazing, often flagship stores I get to see are open. And it's so good to be in a store and to touch the shirt and to look at the shirt. I have a weird body type because my shoulders are enormous, Ken, and my body is sort of like a rectangle. So I need to go into the store and try on clothes. So I'm always happy to do that.
Well, I know a few football players that have the same challenge in clothing. And Vincent, maybe a final thought. I know you've got a lot of things coming up over the summer, and then you're planning an in-person meeting in September. Tell us about what you have coming up.
Sure. So we have, me and you just being on the DMCNY board, we have an in-person event in August. We were trying to do a cocktail event over Zoom, but we really were like, people didn't really seem into it because they want to get out and see people. So I'm looking forward to the DMCNY rooftop happy hour that's coming up in August. I'm looking forward to attending the Marketing Edge event that is going to be in September. But wrapped around that, Stirista is going to be doing a client event around September 28th. Now, that's not open to everyone, but hopefully we get some great people to that event in person. And then the big one for us is the Silver Apple Awards in person in November. That's going to be at the Highline Ballroom. There'll be more information there, but it's great to see people in person. I think people are itching, and I can't wait to hit the road. I don't know if it's going to be more in January to start seeing some of my clients, but I'm anxious to get out as well.
Absolutely. I've got my first trip into Direct Marketing Club of New York breakfast coming up, and I'm looking forward to that, seeing everybody, just getting back into Manhattan on a regular basis. Vincent, always a pleasure to talk with you, and I'm sure we'll catch up again very soon.
Absolutely, Ken. Look forward to seeing you in person.
Thanks so much. And again, this is Ken Kraetzer for CVSI Services. We're based in Harris, New York. We provide insurance-backed benefits to the credit card and payments industry. Thank you to Vincent for joining us again today. And from my home office in White Plains, New York, this is Ken Kraetzer. Have a good day, everybody.